For example, it's like an autoimmune disease. People can't really see that you're sick. So then they kind of think that you can just suck it up and keep going. And that's the same thing with mental health is you can't really see the pain. You can't really see the trauma. So when you're not doing your best, it's very easy for people to be like, you'll feel better. Just, think positive thoughts. Well, sometimes the issue is a bit deeper rooted. And if I'm honest, I took a step back from the sport because of my mental health, and it was affecting my physical health. And I had to take a step back and really figure some things out. And I wish that I stepped up more into utilizing resources rather than dealing with it on my own, because it's difficult, but it's also I have a hard time, as much as I'm fairly open about discussing issues, of really getting into the nitty-gritty of asking for help and explaining what's going on, because oftentimes, especially as a Black woman, we're not taken seriously. Our pain isn't taken seriously. And, there's stats that reflect that in the medical field, for example, of why statistic of Black women dying while giving birth is 50% more than any other race. That's just a stat right there that proves my point. So I think athletes talking to each other. With my sister passing, an athlete that I trained with, he does ski jumping. Not ski jumping. He's an aerialist. His brother passed away prior to Pyeongchang, so he knows a lot of what I'm going through, and he reached out directly. So leaning on the athletes around you that kind of know what you're going through or have been there in some capacity is huge for mental health. It gets difficult too, though, because you're competing against them. So to find that balance of personal versus competitor can be challenging. I think leaning on your support system, and if you don't have a support system, reaching out and asking for help from your federation and the resources available to you to help with your mental health. Because if you're not mentally where you need to be, it's not good for you physically, and it's not good for the people around you as well in a sport like mine where I'm responsible for other people.